Hey team. So let's face it, manually sending out tweets every day can be exhausting, especially if you have a business revolving around social media. Now, I do realize there are some alternative solutions like Hyperfury, but you have to pay for it. And us being programmers, we could do that ourselves. So let's use Python today to automate tweets for us. Hope you guys enjoy. To start off, I'll open my terminal, cd into dev yt, and in here I'll create a directory called tweet auto, and I'll also cd into it by piping cd tweet auto, and in here let me open VS Code. Once that is open, let me just resize this perfectly. Let me close this welcome page, open my terminal in VS Code, and in here let us create our virtual environment with Python 3 with m flag venv, and I'll call it as var env. This will create a virtual environment for us, and in here let us start our virtual environment with source, name of the virtual environment, bin, activate. If I hit enter, if you see the brackets here with the name of the virtual environment, you're inside your virtual environment. Now in here we'll need a couple of dependencies, so I'll open my Mozilla Firefox. Here let me just say pip install py github. Go here, and if you see, it's got a good number of stars, so probably it is good, and it's recently released May 9th 2023. Not recently released but updated. We'll also need py.env to load our env file from our environment variables. So in here actually it's python.env. Yeah, so February 24 2023 and 5957 stars. I'll copy that, paste it in here, hit enter. Okay, so next up is we'll initialize our git repository with git init, then git status, and before I do the mistake which I did last time, let's create a file called gitignore. So whenever we don't want to commit our virtual environment, we've already committed. Good thing I didn't push it. So I'll just mention it in .gitignore var env, hit save, and I'll just remove this file from the from GitHub tracking it with git reset head, and I think it was dash dash dot. This will clear, it will remove all the files from the staging area. So now again let me create a file here called .env, and I'll also mention that as well. So .env, save that, and the last file is the GitHub the Python file, so GitHub tweet.py, hit enter. So those are all our files. I'll just hit cross here again, git status. So these are the files being tracked, .gitignore and the Python file. Then it is git add, to add it in the staging area, add dot, which means all the files, and git commit for giving the message. So I'll just say initial commit, and now we'll have to create our GitHub repository. So it's my homepage. Go new, I'll call it as tweet auto yt, and yeah, I'll just create the repository here. Okay, so the name is available. Something went wrong. Okay, let me just click again and see. Okay, something's wrong with my GitHub, so refresh everything. GitHub tweet auto yt, and I'll hit create repository. Okay, cool, this time's working. Let me copy these 3 lines. I'll hit copy, paste it here, hit enter, and that should push the file to GitHub. I'll refresh everything, and we have our files here, and .env and virtual environment is not tracked. Cool. So next step is to get the GitHub access token to actually use this the Python, not this one but the previous one, GitHub Python package. So in order to use that, you need the access token. So let's go to settings, developer settings. In here, personal access token, tokens classic, and let me generate a new token, the classic one. Just name it tweet auto yt. Let's put the expiration as 7 days. You could probably put no expiration if you felt like it. So just for us to have all the access, I'll just tick in everything. This is probably a bad idea, but I just want to demonstrate how this works. So let me just check all of these boxes. Okay, so generate token. So next you copy this out, go here, and in here I'll just name it as access token, and I can paste it here, save it, close it, and now I can start importing stuff. So import OS, then we can import GitHub from GitHub, so GitHub, and from .env import load.env. Yep. Next is to access variable from to access the token from the .env. So in order to do that, it will be GitHub access token this os dot environ dot get GitHub access token, but this is not actually GitHub, this is access token. And yeah, I think that's probably all. In here I'll just comment things out. GitHub. Okay, so now create an object GitHub, and I'll give it the access token here. And this is not everything. I've all of these code are from the documentation. I don't know this off the top of my head. I can code like this just because I've built this app before. So now social, I'll call it social post automation underscore repo, none. And I don't want to bore you guys with the documentation part, like the copying, pasting, all that. So now let's loop over it. So for repo in yeah, this exactly. So actually let me go back to here. Let me go to one of my projects here and repository. So this line of code gives us access to all of these repositories. So now I could, let's say, if repo dot name is social post automation, but no, that is not the name which I want. The name which the repository which I want to access is this one, GitHub tweet auto yt, which is this. Let me just copy this, and next up, if this name matches, I'll put this repo in this over here. So this one, yeah. So if this matches, it'll be in this one, and we assign it to social post automation repo. Next up, in order to check whether we are getting whether these all of this is connected, let me just print the name of it. So dot name, let's save it, and I'll execute this file by giving it python 3 github underscore tweet dot py and hit enter. Should be getting the name if I've not made a mistake. This is probably because of this here. If I save that and execute the file again, should be getting, yeah, I got the name of the repo. Okay, cool. So this is working. Next up, let us create a file in here called readme.md, and in here let me just give it a heading called tweet auto, and just give it some random text. This is a project to learn automation and GitHub actions. Hit save here again, and make sure I push this to GitHub. So git status, and I'll add it to the staging area, git add dot, and git commit with the m flag saying readme, let's say added, and I'll also push it. Okay, so now we can access that readme file. So in order to access it, I'll create a new variable here, contents, and for social, just copy this, paste it here, dot get contents, and the content which I want is readme.md. Hit save, and you can say readme. If I print this out, I want to show you what happens if I print this out and I by mistake hit git push. Let me execute the file. Python 3 github tweet.py. I'm getting this right here, content file path. So in order to avoid that, what you have to do is readme content, content, you'll have to decode it. So decode content and dot decode utf-8. I don't know why this is, probably because readme md is a kind of, it interprets as a different while actually accessing the contents. This is a different, probably that's why you have to give it this link. Now let me try printing out readme content, save it here, hit enter. Yeah, so now I'm getting tweet auto. This is a project to learn automation and GitHub actions. I'll also use regex just for formatting purposes. I don't want this hashtag to appear, so in order to do that, let me import regex and we'll use that. So I'll paste it here. So this is a line of code which I got from ChatGPT. I'm not I don't remember. I did learn regex, but I don't remember it. I forgot it, so I just asked it to basically remove the hashtag for me. So it gave me out this code, and it did work for me before. Let's check now. If I hit enter, yeah, so now you can see the hash is gone. So this is our GitHub portion of our build today. Save that. Now next up, let's go to the Twitter part. Twitter. Before actually going and getting all the keys from Twitter, let me go over here and just create a file for you so that you don't have to write in everything here, and let me just paste everything here, and I'll save it here. So you can just copy out this and paste it to your .env file, and you don't have to type all of this. Let me go back here, paste in here. I've already got my access token. Save that, save this as well. Now we can go to let me open my browser. So let me go to Twitter. In here, let me actually install tweepy. I think it's called tweepy. Yeah, this is the very recently it got updated, 25th of April, and again the star is 9675. So probably it's a good package. I'll install it here, and to get the list of dependencies or packages rather for this project, let me create a file for that. So pip freeze this sign requirements.txt. So this will give us a list of all the packages which are installed in this virtual environment. So these are the ones. Yeah, so let me close this and this. Yeah, we'll be needing our env file. So let me go to our browser back, and here let me go to Twitter docs. Go in here. You'll probably have to sign up for this, so you'll have to sign in first, and then you'll have to sign up for their developer portal. So I'll just click here. It's a relatively easy process. I've already got an app running here, but as I'm demonstrating it to you, I'll just delete it. So if I can figure that out, you just see how to delete this. Yeah, manage, remove from project. Yes, remove. That'll delete it. So probably this is the page you should see, and let's start creating. Add app, create new, maximum number of apps reached. Okay, delete, create a new app. So probably go to dashboard. Let's go to, yeah, this is the project. Let me go to settings, edit, and I'll delete the project. Delete. So okay, so that's deleted. So this is probably the page which you'll get in your dashboard. So I'll say create project. This project name as tweet auto. Yeah, I'll click next. Use case, let's say let's go for teaching. I don't know, to learn how automation works in Python, and we learn GitHub actions. Next. Okay, it's still giving me. Okay, fine. Let me just create an existing app. Automate. For some reason, this is already there. I don't know why. Okay, so I'll delete it. Good, I got finally. Automate. Have I spelled it incorrectly? Okay, like always I've misspelled it. Delete. Fine. I think now we can create it. Tweet auto. Add app. Automate. This time I've spelled it correctly. Next. Your change for me, it's a pain, but you can try updating again. My tweet auto. Okay, so now it's working fine. Good. So I've gotten my API key, API secret, and bearer token. So I'll just copy all of this. So let me just hit copy API key. So Twitter API key and Twitter API secret and bearer token. Save everything, and let's go to, yeah, that's it, I guess. Set up your enable third party or get user tokens. So you should click get user tokens. Then we have to generate our access token and access token secret. So this is it. Yeah, so access token. So access token, and this is our access secret. You can probably leave this. Yes, I saved them. Alright, so we got everything here. Fine. Let me now maximize this, go back, close this, and we can start coding here. I'll bring all the environment variables here. So these are all the, so of me wasting time typing, I just copy and paste it here. It's relatively simple. I've taken all the values from here and put it here with the relevant names. Save that. Now let's go here. Now we'll have to initialize it. So to initialize, Okay, before that you'll have to import it. So let me import it. Import tweetpy. That's a very cute name, tweetpy. Okay, cool. So now I can initialize client tweetpy dot client, and then we can start giving the values here. So first is bearer token will be Twitter bearer token, and next one is consumer key will be consumer key, and then it is consumer secret is equal to consumer secret, and access token is Twitter access token, and it is access token secret is Twitter access token secret. Save everything here. Just close it. I'll just I think it's better if I just keep it as formatted properly, so much better. Save that. I don't want this bracket as well. Okay, fine. Now let's say post on Twitter. So we can, if this repository exists, then we print out a message. So the message will be, do you want to post on Twitter? Then we give an answer, ANSWER, input yes or no. Fine. Then we check what the user hit. If the answer is regardless whether it is uppercase or lowercase, or else I'll do it in a much more concise manner. So to lower, whatever the user types, we'll get the lowercase. Yeah. Response, I'll actually wrap this in a try catch block. So try tweet text. So in here we can, so if you use JavaScript, this is similar to how template literal is used. You give F and double quotes, and you can give inside this you can put in variables now. So now let's say check out my latest GitHub repository, which is, let's say, social what's the name of it? Social, okay, this is it, dot name. So this will be, I'll just paste in those values here. Social post animation repo, I misspelled that. You copy this, paste it here, paste it here. Yeah, that's fine. Then I'm getting an error. Let me just client dot create. This is actually how you, this is how this package is actually posts the tweet. So client dot create tweet, and to the parameter tweet we pass in this text. So after this we can just print out in the console, tweet posted successfully. Now there is an error, except, so instead of catch it's except. Let me give some permission error, and I'll print tweet not posted. Then we can give an else statement, and we can say print not sharing to Twitter. And last, for this else, for this if, sorry, I'll say if that repo does not exist, we can say no repo found. Okay, so with this, I guess all our code is done. I'll just rearrange this again. Fingers crossed. Moment of truth. Hit enter. Come on, give me a success message. Okay, so I'll hit yes, hit enter. Tweet not posted. Okay, let's see what the error is. Tweet not posted. So here, in here, there's some, it didn't go there. So let me comment this out and just let me print out the client. So client dot get me. So with this we can test whether this Twitter is connected or not. Tweet auto, probably, I think it's working. Automation response data. Okay, yeah, this is it. Yeah, it's actually connected because I'm getting my name here, Tabish. So probably I've messed up here somewhere. So our backend is connected. Let me check where I went wrong. So if I look here, yeah, like always I've made a lot of spelling errors, and yeah, here I have a indentation error. I'm getting a squiggly line. Okay, this is here. So that got rid of all the errors. Now let me check, hit enter. I'll actually remove this print now. We don't need this. This is just for development purposes. And I'll hit yeah. So now it's giving me your client app is not configured with the appropriate OAuth 1 app permission for this endpoint. Okay, so we'll have to configure the OAuth stuff. So here, I guess, yeah, setup authentication. Set. So app permission, let's give it as read and write and DMs. Yeah, sure. Why not? Request email from user. Why not? Sure. The type of app is web app, automated app. This I can just give it as http ://localhost. Just give it as 3000. I'll copy this, paste it here. So okay, let me just give full.com. That should get rid of the problem. And this is again required. Huh? Just copy this, paste it here, save. Are you sure you want to change permission? Yes. So if you don't give read and write permissions, you won't be able to post. Yeah. So now let us check. Let us hit enter. Come on. Yes, I do want to post. So everything is correct here. Let's try regenerating the tokens. So if I go in here, let me try regenerating everything. Yes, regenerate. So I'll just resize this as well, close this. So since we changed the authentication, probably there we had an error. So I'll just double check it. So API key secret, I'll paste it right here. Yes, I saved them. I'll regenerate bearer token, copy this and paste it right here. That's fine. Yes, I saved it. Next is access token and secret. Yes, regenerate access token, Twitter access token, paste it here. Twitter access secret, paste it here. Yes, I save them. Let's take the client ID, even though we are not using them. I think let's just store it in here so that if we need it in the future, we have it. Regenerate this as well, secret, copy, I'll save it here, save that, close this. Yes, I saved it, and I'll refresh it. Okay, now let us try. I'll clear this. So if I execute this file now, and I should get a prompt now. Yeah, I'll hit Y, and I got the message tweet posted successfully. Now let's just double check whether it's posted it here. So this is 2 hours ago. Now let me just refresh it, and let's see whether, yeah, voila, 12 seconds ago. So we've successfully posted it in our Twitter account. So congratulations, you've posted your first automated tweet. So now next week what we'll do is we'll use GitHub Actions to further automate this. Now the problem is that we have to manually execute this file and hit the prompt yes, and only then it is posted to Twitter. But next week I'll show you how to use GitHub Actions to automate this further, so that whenever we push, a tweet is made to Twitter saying